mistakes. I'm talking pointless mistakes, decisions that I made that were so easily correctable. Like, come on, divorce? And I know what you're gonna tell me, guy. You gotta move on from this. It's been 3 years. Turn the page, man. See the bigger picture. But I feel like it just left so much damage, so much stuff to clean up, like collateral damage that I could have prevented. Like, if I could have been able to go back in time and just rewrite the story, maybe not go through that traumatic event when I was a kid, if I could have done that, I wouldn't be in this situation right now, having to restructure my character. All this vulnerability, having to confess things, having to come to you for a new heart. It's a lot of work, God. It's a lot of work to have to keep coming back out here because of the mistakes that I made. I just feel like if I had to do it over again, I would do it a different way. I would have persevered more.
I would have been a time traveler and went back in time and tried to change the course of my history. I would have did something different.
Yeah, God, I know you're a loving father and you stand by my side and you guide me, but it's just like these bushes in the way. When I think about having this destination that I have to get to, I don't want to have to move things around. Maybe this is poison ivy. I don't necessarily know it. I don't want to have to duck and dive, but you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because it's the right thing to do. And obviously, this is the path you want me to go because you called me here. So God, let's talk. What do you have for me? What purpose do you have in all of this extra work? Back to a place of purpose and livelihood. Why do you have me out here? Why am I out here again, listening and trying to be directed by your voice? It's just frustrating. It is. It's frustrating because I knew better. And when you know better, you do better. But it seems like I have some character flaws that you needed to correct. So now I'm here by a riverbank to have a deeper conversation with you. I would ask in this moment that you would open my heart, reveal anything in me that's unlike you, and expose it. And then speak to me so that I can hear you clearly. I can hear your voice clearly in my life and be directed to your path. Well, I was expecting a lot more water. Holy Spirit, I invite you in this moment. Be here with me.
Seconds later.
Feel like you want to speak to me, you can show up now.
Seconds later.
No, it's not the time. We gotta wait a little bit longer. Okay. And in usual fashion, I'll be still. I'll listen. I'll soak it all in.
Seconds later.
You want me to be still, huh? You want me to hear the nature and soak in the sounds? Doesn't make up for the fact that I am frustrated. I am tired of having to come out here to receive something new for something that I've already been through. I already had purpose. I was already walking
on your path. And I know I made mistakes, but how long does it really take?
Can I just go back in time and reverse it all, make all the right decisions? You're giving me all this power and authority. I should be able to speak to my past and watch as my future changes, right? That sounds like a pretty healthy alternative for someone who has as much power as you say that I do. There you are. Where have you been this whole time? I've been calling on you and everything. Sorry about that, Holy Spirit. I came at you kind of crazy. No apologies needed. I know where you are. I know your situation. And it seems you're at a point of a reason right now. If you found your way in this dark space by the creek, what seems to be the concern? Go back in time and reverse it all, make all the right decisions. You're giving me all this power and authority. I should be able to speak to my past and watch as my future changes, right? That sounds like a pretty healthy alternative for someone who has as much power as you say that I do. So you're not happy with your situation, and you think that going back in time will change the outcome of your life. You think that's my plan for humanity and each individual who is following my path, to just be perfect and walk blamelessly before the eyes of men. That's what you think this is all about. I want to show you something. Come with me. Oh, come on. Did we just teleport? Yes. Yes, we did. You didn't think the Holy Spirit wasn't going to have some fun, did you? Listen, you and this teleportation thing, we got to work something out. Like, we could have walked. This is like a minute tops to get to this tree here. Like, I just passed this. We could have just walked. I brought you here because I want to show you something. Why are we here? What are you about to show me? And in glorious and biblical fashion, it would be a best benefit to show you that through a tree. Listen, let's set the record straight. I'm not some Bible character where you get to make my face glow because I spent 30 days with you on top of a mountain. And I don't want to be a character that you teleport to heaven and they just disappear off the face of the earth. You are going to look through this tree and see 3 events in your life that have shaped you into who you are now. You know, I just want to have simple conversations with you and do the things you're asking me to do. Nothing special. Yo, this is wild. So you want me to put my head into this tree, and you're gonna show me visions of my prior life and explain to me why it's not okay for me to change history. That's what we're gonna do here. It's that simple. Are you ready? Yeah. Let's just go for it.
For TriStateFootball.com, defensive lineman, all team, and Joel Heath at Mount Healthy. Joel, congratulations first of all on a great season, and coming up here in just a couple weeks, you gave a verbal to Michigan State. You know, talk a little bit about your recruiting process, and ultimately what really stood out about the Spartans.
It was definitely the coaches. I love the facility as well, but I mean the coaches really brought me into the program. It was a great place to get bigger, stronger, faster, and better, and get ready for just more football.
What about between now and then? I mean, you mentioned some of that stuff. I mean, what about your game though? On the field, do you think you have to get better at if you're going to make an impact at the next level?
I definitely have to get off the ball a lot faster. That was one of my main problems, which, it was pretty much my main problem, but yeah, just get off the ball faster.
Great stuff. Congratulations, Joel, on a wonderful season. We'll be looking forward to watching you on Saturday.
Thank you.
All right, that's Joel Heath, Mount Healthy, right here on TriStateFootball.com.
I can't believe that actually worked. You know, I thought the teleportation thing was your limit. You've outdone yourself once again. First off, and what did you see? I don't know why they had the camera that close to me when they were doing that interview. Absolutely absurd. Someone needs to be fired. That's my first thought. 2, dude, I was a funny looking dude. Like, it didn't help that the camera was close to me, but I was a funny looking dude and I had a weird shaped head. But nonetheless, what I see is I see a scared boy, you know, who really was trying to figure things out and didn't have any answers, but was making it happen through you. Like, I can remember when you were telling me to play football, you know, when I was a kid. I can remember those moments, and I hold and cherish that because I needed it. I needed a way out and an opportunity to do the impossible. I see a boy who was becoming a man. Exactly. I've been with that little boy just like I'm with you now. Identity was being shaped in that moment. Okay, we're going back in? All right, let's go.
Tackle, Cincinnati, Ohio.
When I first started playing football, you know, it was kind of an opportunity for me to be able to do something, you know, extracurricular. You know, everybody was, you know, telling me that I was big, and you know, my dad was pretty high on me wanting to do it. So, you know, going into Pee Wee, that was kind of the thing to do. You know, and then transitioning into middle school, that was also pretty big. My dream of playing in the NFL, it really started in high school. You know, it was a big transition for me going from middle school to high school, and a lot of people around me had a lot of faith in me in terms of my athletic ability and what I could do on the field. And so, you know, as far as that goes, you know, I think it really sprouted for me during high school, and I realized that I had the ability to be able to play in the next level. Just hearing my name called, it's gonna be surreal. You know, it's gonna be an opportunity of a lifetime. You know I'll be around family, and that's kind of the biggest thing for me is just being able to see my family happy. You know, seeing, you know, more than just myself, but you know, my wife and my mom and dad. You know, see them and the excitement on their face when I get that call from a general manager or a coach, you know, that I'll be playing for. So it's gonna be a surreal moment, and I'm excited for it, and everything that comes forward with it.
Whew, listen, that's actually pretty fun. I don't know how you're doing that, but that's a fun deal right there. What I see in that video is kind of the same boy in high school, but I just had a different language. I was talking a little more educated, but I really didn't know myself. Like I didn't know myself in high school. I had a lot of people who believed in me, and I could clearly see that I was walking by faith, like blindly, with no assurity in myself, and was trusting that the NFL was even the dream, that the NFL was even the NFL dream for my life, because I had no clue. Like, of course I was being scouted and projected to get drafted, which I didn't get drafted, and you still did the impossible. But I see a dude who was figuring it out, who had a funny beard, super funny beard, which now pretty nice, isn't it? But I see a dude who was just trying to figure it out, and that was a cool one too. Back in, we got one more.
So I said it would be easy for me to have pride, you know, pouted because I lost my job with the Texans and things are uncertain. And that last Saturday, it would have been even easier for me to say, you know what, I'm just gonna focus on me. You know, I'm gonna go work out and train and try to figure out what to do next. That would have been the easy route I could have taken. That would have been the route that for many of us, we find ourselves. College didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go when the Lord told me you're going to Michigan State. And because it didn't go the way I thought it would go, me and him wrestled a lot, because I thought I was going to go to the NFL. That was my idea in my head when I was a freshman and a redshirt freshman and a sophomore. But I battled with injury, and then I battled with coaches who may not have seen me fit into the scheme. And so there was a lot of pushback between me and God, because I wanted something, but He had a plan for something. A reason why He had me going through it was to build a testimony for a moment like this, to then be able to share with you all that He can do the impossible.
All right, so that one was a little bit different. Like I had it figured out a little bit. Like I was on the precipice of something, and I had the right language, the right heart. Just something was a little off. Like since I know where I've been and I know what I've done and all these different things, I can see that I was hiding some stuff. But I wasn't doing it on purpose. I was doing it because it was necessary. And I can clearly see through that memory that you were already beginning the shaping process in my life. And Holy Spirit, I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for being the one, the helper, the comforter, really walking with me on this thing, because from that high school boy to that grown man, really trying to establish a relationship with you, from that whole transformation process, I see a lot of grace in that, but I also see growth. So I don't have to necessarily, try to alter my life and every decision in it. Well done. Just like you needed this conversation to doubt me, to bring me into question, to bring me here to have this conversation with you. Every mistake, everything you've ever done is designed for your good, for your benefit, so that you can have a deeper relationship with our Father who is in heaven. We are connected, and as you speak to him, you speak to me. Remember this as you journey. Remember these reflected moments where I put your head into a tree to figure out why you are who you are, what your destiny is, your purpose, your calling in life. All of these events are designed to shape and mold you for who you are becoming. Because, my friend, you are always becoming. Remember this, and as I leave you and vanish behind this tree, that one day you will question me again. I want you to remember the times, remember the moments that shaped you, and know that next time it won't be a tree. Maybe next time it will be a pool of lava. Have faith and continue to walk the path. Continue to do the things I've called you to do. I bid you farewell. Nope, I'm not even gonna look on the other side of that tree. I know you're gone. I'm gonna go home. I'm going home.